Hi everyone, welcome back to Nicole the Career Catalyst. It's been a minute since I've been here. Honestly, happy new month. Happy new month. And I'm so excited to be back here again. Thank you so much for all the love, for watching all my previous videos. I'm so grateful and appreciative of that. If this is your first time tuning into this channel, my name is Nicole. And for all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for making it yet again back to this channel. So if you're interested in anything relocation, whether it is through school, conferences, research programs, fellowships, this is the channel for you to stay tuned at. So in today's video, I have quite some amazing, interesting opportunities for you if you'd love to relocate to Europe this year. So I'm going to be sharing them with you guys under our educational talk series. So this is where I get to share with you any information related to studying abroad, whether it is through fellowships, through research opportunities. This is the playlist for you to stay tuned at. So as usual, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Let's dive in. Okay, so I have quite a number of summer schools that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in Europe. So in case if you've been, looking for opportunities to help you relocate abroad and you're probably wondering, okay, through which pathway can I take? Then you can definitely utilize some of these pathways that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, how to apply and all of that stuff. So most of them, of course, are fully funded. So in case if you get them, then everything is going to be covered for you, your flight tickets, accommodation, meals, etc. You just need to make sure that you have a very amazing application so that you can be able to increase your chances of landing any of these amazing summer school scholarships. So without rambling too much, let me show you guys the websites on how you can apply. First opportunity that I want to share with you guys is the HENNGE Recruitment. So this is a global internship program, and this is how their website looks like. So do not worry, I'll share the links to all these opportunities in the description box. So this is the HENNGE's global internship program. So meet Japan's most global software engineering internship. So this is for software engineers. Work with our experienced cloud product development engineers and a dedicated mentor. Are you ready to dive into the world of cutting edge technology? Then join HENNGE's global internship program in Tokyo and choose your path. So they have full stack software engineering or front end software engineering. This unique 4 to 6 weeks of tech internship at our Shibuya headquarters offers you personal and professional growth in an internationally diverse environment. Through HENNGE's GIP, you'll gain hands-on experience in application development using Python, Go, and/or TypeScript. Learn to leverage cutting-edge cloud platforms like AWS, while honing your software development skills. Our primary working language is English, so no Japanese is required. Interns are expected to join the program at our Shibuya headquarters in Tokyo for 4 to 6 weeks, Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. While the program is unpaid, we provide comprehensive subsidies, and outstanding participants may be offered full-time employment opportunities. Okay, so here they're giving you two paths. So you can either go the full stack engineering pathway or the front end engineering pathway. So what's under each of them? So when we look at the full stack engineering pathway, you're going to build end-to-end solutions using Python, Go, and/or TypeScript. Then you'll explore full stack development, cloud computing, and distributed systems. Internship flow: 1 to 3 weeks full stack training, week 4 DevOps training, week 5 to 6 seasonal special assignment, and a unique project for each intern and specific to their batch. Then for the front end one, you'll master application development in TypeScript with React or Vue. Immerse yourself in front-end frameworks and design impactful user experiences. Internship flow: 1 to 4 weeks application development training, week 5 DevOps training. So all applicants are required to choose at least one pathway, one of the two, and each pathway has a different internship schedule. Please refer to the internship schedule below for reference. If you're interested in applying for both pathways, please submit separate applications using different email addresses for the coding challenge. Once enrolled in the program, interns cannot change pathways midway. So keep that in mind, guys. So what are some of the benefits? As a global intern, you'll be provided with monthly subsidy for your accommodation, then pre-arrival support and visa guidance, round-trip airfares, medical insurance, Japanese mobile with data. Medical insurance will only be provided to interns who don't reside in Japan. So meaning if you are Japanese students, then you'll not get the medical insurance. And then you're also going to get access to Get to Know You luncheons, monthly technical sessions for engineers to share knowledge and latest trends, office facilities, refreshments, staff parties, and numerous social opportunities, then Japanese cultural events. So here's a sneak peek of life at HENNGE. So you can always look at these photos, the gallery, for you to just get a sneak peek of how it is. So what are some of the qualifications for full stack? You must be third year undergraduate or higher, including master's and doctoral students. Recent graduates are welcome to apply. You're pursuing or holding a degree in computer science or related field. If not, equivalent experience from a tech internship or bootcamp is expected. Fluency in English, Japanese is not required. Proficiency in Python, Go or React View in TypeScript, knowledge of Linux, Mac OS, Unix-like environments, interested in open source or tech community activities, interested in pursuing a career in Japan. And then for this one, third year undergraduate or higher, including master's and doctoral students. Recent graduates are welcome to apply. Pursuing or holding a degree in computer science or a related field. If not, equivalent experience from a tech internship or bootcamp is expected. Fluency in English, Japanese is not required. Proficiency in front-end frameworks such as React or Vue in TypeScript. Knowledge of Linux, Mac OS, Unix-like environments, interested in open source or community activities, interested in pursuing a career in Japan. So for this full stack engineering pathway, their ideal client or candidate is a full stack engineering intern is a curious problem solver who is excited to build real world applications and grow in a fast-paced tech environment. So they are interested in candidates who are proficient in Python, Go, and React Vue. You have a solid grasp of both front-end and back-end development. You have an interest in cloud computing and DevOps practices, and you're passionate about learning, contributing to tech communities, and possibly pursuing a career in Japan. For the other one, the engineering, front-end engineering pathway, their ideal client is more than just a front-end developer. They are a curious builder with a broad technical perspective. We're especially excited about applicants who have experience in back-end or full-stack development. You're familiar with DevOps practices and tools like CI/CD pipelines or cloud services. You understand the value of thoughtful UI/UX design. You bring a well-rounded approach to building complete user-focused products. You bring your range. You want to see the full picture of what you can do. Okay, so you can check our stack from this link. So please know that this program is part of the pre-hiring process. Those interested in seeking a career in Japan may have a significant advantage. Assignment details. As an intern, you'll get hands-on experience in full-stack web application development and how to deploy them to AWS. Working hours will be from 10 to 7 Japanese time. Please make sure there will be no conflict in schedules with your studies or other activities. So how do you apply? Step 1, register through the apply button and verify your email address. Solve the coding challenge and submit your work with your CV and cover letter. Then a casual interview followed by a final interview will be given to those who pass step 2. A limited number of internship slots in each batch are available. Applications are reviewed as they are received, and positions will be filled on a first-come, first-served basis. We encourage you to apply early as applications will close once all positions are filled. The coding challenge has no time limit, and the screening process will not consider solving time. Please note that the application is completed after uploading application documents and filling in the batch preferences. So how does the internship schedule look like? So this is how it is. Batch 2, March 16th to April 17th. Those are 5 weeks for the full stack pathway. And then the third batch, June 1st to July 10th, 6 weeks full stack pathway. Batch 4, August 3rd to September 11th, 6 weeks full stack pathway. So keep in mind that they're between 5 to 6 weeks. So before you apply, you'll be asked to indicate your preferred batches after completing the coding challenge. The application from the front-end engineering pathway is currently not available. Applicants can apply for multiple batches in one application as long as they're in the same pathway. For example, full-stack applicants can choose batches 2 and 3 in one application. Internship slots may close up to 4 months before the batch start date or when all slots are filled, whichever comes first. So the internship slots are first come, first serve. So here, if you want to apply for the full stack engineering, you'll need to take the coding challenge. And then if you want to stay updated with their internship future batches, you can put your email address, your nickname, click that, and then subscribe, so that way you're updated when they have new opportunities. So I can say this one is really a good opportunity. This is how the registration form looks like. So you'll need to create an account here. How does this work? So you can read all that information. Here it says the admission challenge is a coding challenge for us to understand your skills and thought process on how you approach and solve real problems. After registration, check your inbox and verify your email. Once your email is confirmed, the URL admission challenge will be sent. Once you complete that challenge, you'll receive a link to receive your CV, to submit your CV and cover letter. The slots are filled on a first come, first served basis, so you might want to secure your slot ASAP. So by you filling in this form, your email, your country of residence, and then which position you're applying to. So here you can put the global engineering pathway. How did you hear about us? Here you can just say, for example, you can say maybe you heard it from YouTube, yeah, through my channel, and then you click on agree and you submit. So yeah, so you later on of course receive more details as per the instructions here. So basically this is it about this program. So we look at our first summer school, the EPFL Life Sciences Summer Research Program. So this program it's a cutting-edge research ranging from engineering to quantitative biology at the shores of Lake Geneva. So the 2026 applications are already open, and the program dates are from July 3rd to August 27th, 2026. So before applying, it's necessary to read the SRP site, including the FAQs, because these are the ones that contain the most updated information. Keep in mind that the application deadline is November 15th. So if I were you, I would start the application as soon as possible because this deadline is not really far. So they offer international bachelor's / first year master's life science students 8 weeks of lab immersion during the summer. Join one of their research groups and experience what it means to be part of the thriving science community in Switzerland. It's open to students in biology, biophysics, chemistry, bioengineering, bioinformatics, quantity. The program description in detail and see what is there. Okay, so the program features, it's 20 to 25 participants each summer. That's the number of people they are looking for. 8 weeks of lab experience, mentoring by faculty and scientific staff, access to scientific seminars, science-related and personal development Friday afternoon workshops, closing symposium with poster session or presentations from all participants, rich program of social activities including a day hike to Swiss Alps with raclette, barbecues, and a few possible excursions to points of interest such as sun. Okay. Length and timing, it's 2 months, July 3rd to August 7th, 2026. So students must be present during the entire term, and the application deadline is November 15th, midnight CET. So what are some of the application tips? Please note that you must have your transcript, short answer essays, and referee details ready to upload when you start to fill out the application. The topics for all the short answer essays are found in the FAQs. There is no option to save and come back to it. The referee will only receive their link to upload your letter when you submit your application. So make sure beforehand that they can provide your reference. Please keep this in mind when organizing your application. Then scientific goals and benefits to the students. Join ongoing research in a lab of the EPFL School of Life Sciences. Learn new techniques while studying a research topic related to current health issues. Improve critical thinking and experimental design. Prepare for future independent research as a graduate student. Experience the excitement and challenges of scientific research, gaining insight into what a research career entails. Then about stipend, each student receives 3,600 Swiss francs for the 2-month period, which covers housing and living costs. Housing is reserved and paid for out of the stipends beforehand, so you will have approximately 1,700 Swiss francs left to live on. Students are housed in Lausanne near the EPFL campus. Students usually have single rooms and share kitchen and bathroom facilities with their fellow SRP participants. We cannot make special housing arrangements. The majority of travel costs to and from Switzerland is covered. The program reimburses up to 1,000 Swiss francs for overseas flights and 500 Swiss francs for shorter distances. Students working in Geneva labs will receive a larger stipend to cover most of their travel to and from the program, in addition to their extra cost to go to Geneva to work. So under the participating labs, I guess we have to go to the how to apply button. So here, who can apply? Students have to be enrolled in a university in biology, biophysics, chemistry, bioengineering, bioinformatics, quantitative biology, genetics, medical, or other life sciences related programs. You need to have a minimum GPA of equivalent a 3.75 or 4-point grade or higher, or top 5% of your class. You've completed at least 2 years of undergraduate work up to the You need to show a strong interest in pursuing a career in life sciences. You must apply using the online application. No other formats are acceptable. So what's the selection criteria? It's based on the GPA and short personal and scientific essay questions found in the FAQs, university bachelor's transcript and master's if you have started your master's, or school official list of classes and grades. 1 letter of recommendation. Basic life sciences understanding is essential. Previous lab experience is a plus. Only applications with a full application material will be taken into consideration. So for the online application, prepare all your short personal essays and lab choice explanations, your transcripts and contact details for your referee in advance. Once you begin your application, you must finish it in 1 sitting. So all applicants will receive an email about 6 weeks after the deadline with the result of their application. Okay, so these are the participating labs that you can choose any of them to apply to. So all these are the different participating labs that you can also go ahead, you click on these links in order to read more information about them, and then you see which one aligns with you. And then here is the FAQs for you to know more details about these participating labs, but I'm not going to click there. You can always do that at your own time, but this is just a rough overview to show you how the process is. So when I clicked there, this is how the application is going to look like. So this is where you're going to begin the application process. So here, keep in mind, so this is how it looks like. Remember, you only have to fill this thing in 1 sitting. So meaning it's not an application where you can save in 1 go. No, you have to sit and complete it in 1 go. So in the first part, these are the instructions. Then data protection, you need to fill in your personal data, Then the lab choices and explanations, where you'll choose the ones that you want to work with. Then here you have your documents and attachments. Then the referees, you review and submit. But here I want you to keep in mind that before you start, it's imperative that you read the selection criteria and application form section of the SRP site very carefully. You must prepare in advance all of your materials and short essays. Once you start the application, there's no option to save. You must finish in one sitting, so keep that in mind. During the application process, you'll need to submit your personal data as well as information about your academic background. You'll have text to fill in on words, hobbies, and relevant experience. For the lab choice section, please go to the participating lab list and research which labs which you're interested in. So you'll be asked 3 short essays about each lab choice. So keep here in mind ChatGPT. We recognize that many students will use the AI tool. In the application, you'll be asked twice about the extent that you've used this tool in preparation of your application. So keep that in mind. Ensure that your application remains human as possible. So documents, you are required to submit your transcripts and grade scale. If you have started your master's, you need to upload both your master's and bachelor's transcript. The PDF file must not contain any password information. So there is a place to upload an additional PDF if you desire. Referees, you're asked to provide the name of one referee. Please prepare their contact details as below. So please ensure that these contact details are correct and that the referees agree in advance to write a recommendation for you. Once you have submitted your application, the referee will receive a message which includes instructions about what information we need and a link to upload the letter. Please have the transcript, your personal information, your academic background, and the short personal and lab essays before you continue this application. Okay, so in case if I want to continue, then of course you'll have to click on next. So this is how next looks like. You'll read all that information and then you come here and consent. You click on next. So this is where you'll need to fill in your personal data, your information, which internship programs and whatnot. So I'm not going to fill in all these parts because of time, but at least you've already seen the process. So when you fill all this, then you'll come to the lab choices, documents, referees, and then review and submit. So that's how the application is, and I wish you all the very best with this application. So the other opportunity that I have for you guys is the LPI Summer Intern Program in Planetary Science. So a few benefits about the program is that you'll develop new skills and refining others, meeting and working with professionals, establishing contacts for letters of reference and networking, and experiencing a new environment. So I'm not going to read so much about the program. A 10-week program that runs from 1st June to 7th August 2026, and summer interns will work one-on-one with a scientist from the LPI or the NASA Johnson Space Center on a research project. So the selections are made based on information provided in the submitted application, such as academic experience and scientific interest, as well as specific research project requirements. Selected participants will be notified in March 2026, and interns participating in person will be located either at Lunar or Planetary Institute or the NASA Johnson Space Center, both in Houston, Texas. So what is the eligibility? When we look at eligibility, it's for undergraduates who have completed at least 50 semesters of credit. Students with majors in physical or natural sciences, engineering, computer sciences, or mathematics are preferred, but all eligible students will be considered. Applicants will be considered without gender, age, ratio, and all of that. So selection is based on this criteria: scholarship, curriculum and experience, career objectives, and scientific interest. Match of the applicant's interest with available research projects. Okay, I'm not going to read all that information. You can always do that at your free time. Then the program dates. So December 12th is the application deadline. March 2026, notification of selections. June 1st, program begins. August 5th, The LPI Summer Intern Conference will happen August 7th, program ends, and then departure will be on August 8th. So what are the application requirements? Once you begin the application, you must submit all questions to the form, including the essay style questions. Upon submission, you'll receive a confirmation email with your application number and a link to track the status of your letters of recommendation. So to be considered, you're required to submit the following items: at least 2, maximum of 3 letters of recommendation via the online application form, then the official transcripts. Yeah. So letters of information, then English language. In case if you passed your proficiencies in English, then you do not need to submit your test scores, but if you didn't, you'll need to submit that. Then the financial support. Here, selected interns will receive at least $13,351 in financial support to cover the costs associated with their stay in Houston during the program. This amount covers the internship, stipend, travel, housing, and cost of living expenses. Housing costs will be paid directly to the housing vendor on behalf of the intern from this total and will be deducted from the total stipend amount. Students will be notified of their selection by March 2026. A response from the selected student is required within 2 days of receiving the offer. The offer will be resignated if there is no response within that time frame. So keep that in mind, guys, and always ensure that you check your inbox so that you do not miss this update, because you're only given 2 days to make a decision. Now let's look at the application form. How does it look like? So this is how it looks like. Here you're going to fill in your contact information. Then when we scroll down, your permanent address, and then address during the school semester. Is your address during the school semester the same as your permanent address? Maybe you can say yes. Then the requirements. We plan to offer in-person internship in 2026. To participate in the program, you must comply with any health and safety protocols in effect at the time of the internship. These may include isolation requirements, remote or virtual participation, mask wearing, travel restriction, and or health screenings. Do you agree to these conditions? Definitely yes. Do you have an established social security number or U.S. individual taxpayer identification, or can you get one before the internship begins? So even if you have a TIN from your country, then you can still say yes, because you can use that. Do you foresee any absences during the period of these dates? So if you're not sure, maybe you can say maybe for now, and then you'll need to explain your reason, because you have to be available during that time. If selected, you'll be required to do a phone interview before we can accept you to the summer program. The interview will be between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. US Central Time. Do you have a preferred time? So you can either say yes or no, and then put your information there and your time zone. Then when we scroll down here, do you have access to a personal vehicle? If selected and your project requires travel to an offsite location, you will be responsible for providing your own transportation. So here, you obviously, if you're coming from outside the US, then you don't have access to a personal vehicle. How did you hear about the internship program? Here you can come in and even maybe just say Google, or you can as well say social media, because you got it from my channel. Then scholastic information. So here you put the school you're attending, your current class, grade point average, current major, spring semester, and then the total credits. Have you applied for admission? Yes or no, you can put that accordingly. And then here they're saying identify 3 areas of interest from the potential areas of research listed down. So here you can choose any of what you want to put. You can just put your options basing on your background, of course. Then here you'll need to provide information regarding relevant work experience or training. It can be summer jobs, research, assistantships, computer use, etc. Also the beginner level and all of that information, you can now put it there in that box. Then please provide a brief biographical sketch. You'll need to provide that there. Please provide a description of academic goals, career plans, and scientific interests. Be descriptive as possible. fill that information there. Please provide a brief summary of why you wish to participate in the internship program. So what's your motivation? Ensure you write a very strong response for that. Then, is English your native language? If yes, put that yes. If it's a no, then put no. And then of course you'll need, if it's a no, keep in mind that you'll need to upload your TOEFL or IELTS scores. Yeah. Then your letters of recommendation. So here they want a minimum of 2 letters, but if you're able to provide 3, then 3 is even better. Then, are you a US citizen? If you're not, if you are, then say yes. Are you a naturalized US citizen? You answer that accordingly. And if you're not, then just say no. Then you need to provide birth country and all the details about where you're coming from. Then you'll have to put here your sex, male or female, depending on who you are, birth year, then the race, are you Hispanic or Latino, whatever category you fall under, and then do you have a disqualifying disability that is under the American Disability Status? So you can either say yes or no, depending. And then once you're done, you'll come and click this to agree, and then that's how you'll be able to finally submit your application. So that is how the process is, straight to the point. Yeah, and I wish you the very best. This is the last opportunity that I want to share with you guys, another summer program. So this is from Stanford University Fisher Family Summer Fellows Program. So how do you apply? Applications for the 2026 cohort are now open, and the deadline is Thursday, January 15th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so some of the important information is to read the guidance in their entirety before applying to the program. You should also carefully review the frequently asked questions section to address any questions you may have concerning the application process. The guidelines cover all steps of the application process, and we ask that you please do not reach out to the program team unless a question is not covered in the FAQ. So what is the fellows all about? So the applications for the 2026 Fisher Family Summer Fellows program are now open, and the program is based on democracy and development. It's a training program hosted annually by Stanford University's Center on Democracy, Development, and the Rule of Law at the Freeman Spogel Institute for International Studies, FSI. It's launched in 2005 and formerly known as the Draper Hill Summer Fellows Program. The program brings together a group of approximately 28 to 30 mid-career practitioners from transitioning countries who are working to advance democratic practices and economic and legal reform in contexts where freedom, human development, and good governance are fragile or at risk. From Afghan to Zimbabwe, our program participants are selected from among hundreds of applicants every year for the significant contributions they have already made to their societies and the potential to make an even greater impact with some help from Stanford. So I'm not going to read all that entire information, but you can always read that at your free time. So here I'll just go to learn more about the program. So let's go here to program dates. So the program is going to happen from Sunday, July 19th to Friday, August 7th, 2026, and applicants are required to participate for the entire duration of the fellowship program. They must be sure that they can be absent from their professional obligations during that time and must make a commitment to attend the full program upon acceptance. So keep in mind, if you have other programs and you want to apply to this, then ensure to check your schedule accordingly. So eligibility. The program is aimed at mid-career practitioners working in the fields of democracy, development, and rule of law. Applicants can be working as policymakers, academics, legal professionals, social entrepreneurs, business entrepreneurs, and leaders of civil society organizations such as representatives of trade unions, NGO organizations, the media, business, and professional associations. In their present capacity, applicants should play important and influential roles in their country's political, economic, and social development. Yeah. So each year, they strive to recruit a diverse group of 25 to 30 individuals who are at the right stage in their professional trajectory to benefit from rigorous academic training to enhance their potential to promote democratic change in their home countries. Successful applicants will have the academic credentials necessary to participate and contribute to the 6-hour seminars each day and tackle advanced academic readings to complete the classroom-based curriculum. 99% of our alumni hold a bachelor's degree at the time of their participation in the program, but this is not a requirement for admission to the program. So, a working knowledge of English is an important prerequisite for participation in the program. Each fellow is expected to have a solid command of written and spoken English to fully benefit from and participate in the program. Then here, the selection criteria. Due to the large volume of applications we receive each year for the fellowship program, we take our selection criteria very seriously. Please review the criteria below carefully. So, number 1, this is not an academic fellowship and is meant for practitioners only. Here they are also saying we admit scholars only to the extent that they are active in government, public policy, civil society, economic development, and rule of law. They should hold leadership roles in their respective sector. And number 2, applicants must be mid-career practitioners who have at least 10 to 12 years of experience to qualify for the fellowship. Those with more experience are much more competitive in the selection process. Candidates must be from and currently reside in a country where democracy is not well entrenched. Candidates residing outside their home country due to war or conflict must be granted exceptions. Applicants will not be accepted from countries such as the US, Canada, Australia, Japan, and members of the EU. Then, you must be at least 28 years of age at the start of the fellowship in July 2026, and the average age of our fellows at the time of the program is 38. Candidates must be actively working in the field of democracy, development, and the rule of law. We don't accept candidates who are currently enrolled in full-time university degree programs. Candidates must have a solid command of written and spoken English. All program materials and sessions are in English. Participants will also be required to give a 7-minute TED-style talk during the 3-week program about their work and motivation. English language proficiency is important in order to benefit from and contribute to the program dialogue. The faculty includes leading political scientists, lawyers, and economic pioneering, innovative research and analysis in the fields of democracy, development, and rule of law. Faculty engage the fellows to test their theories, exchange ideas, and learn firsthand about the challenges activists face in places where democracy is under threat. So you can come here and read more details about the faculties. Then the program curriculum. So they will have academic sessions taught by interdisciplinary faculty from across Stanford's Freeman Spogel Institute for International Students. I'm not going to read all of that. Then they'll have case study workshops which are rooted in real-world stories and scenarios of specific policy reforms that have taken place in developing countries. Then TED-style talks, guest lecture, feature prominent figures in public service, technology, industry, and philanthropy community. So you can read more details there. What are the program costs? Stanford asks all applicants to be prepared to contribute towards the cost of their participation in the fellowship if they are selected. Typically, this comes in the form of a fellow covering round-trip airfare to the program. Stanford will pay for accommodations, meal, and transportation costs for the duration of the program. In the past, some fellows have asked their employers to subsidize their travel to Stanford based on the benefits that the training will contribute to their professional and organizational advancement. Fellows may also choose to fundraise for this course after selection decisions are issued in April 2026. A small travel fund is available for fellows who cannot afford their travel or need to apply for a partial subsidy. Priority for accessing the travel fund will be given based on need and destinations, from which airline fares to California are exorbitant. So family policy, we are unable to families to accompany fellows to Stanford for the program to accommodate them during the program's duration. It's against Stanford policy to house children under the years of 18 on campus. So any fellow traveling with family would have to locate and self-fund off-campus housing. We don't recommend that families accompany fellows to the program as it distracts participants from the bonding and network building experience that is integral to the program. So how is the application overview? So here are some of the materials that you'll need is, of course, application information, academics and career information, resume, CV, essay questions, English language proficiency, video submission, financial information, personal certification, and then the letters of recommendation. So how to use the application form, you can no longer return to make changes. So this is where you will access the application portal. And then here, when we go to resume, the document should be in English and at least one page. So you can read more information about the resume there. Then essay questions, these are some of the essay questions that you'll have to answer. So their application system has a character count limit and will track your character count on the form. So here, the first question, 150 words maximum. So these are the questions. You can always check them out at your time to start preparing. And then the video submission, this is it. All videos should be titled with your full name. Maximum size is 250 megabytes. Formats are MP4 and MOV only. Upload the video directly to the portfolio section of the application form. Then letters of recommendation for applicants. So here you'll need to request at least 2, but not more than 3 letters of recommendation. Yeah, so you can read more details about it at your own time. So even here they are giving you the details, like the instructions about the letters of recommendation. And then the apply now button, which is what I have already clicked here. So this is how the application portal looks like. So you'll come here, you click on apply now, and then you'll need to create an account in order to access the application. So I'm not going to go ahead and create the account, but at least you already have an idea on how the application process looks like. So go ahead, submit. In case you need any assistance or you'd love me to review your essay questions, then feel free to drop me a DM either on Instagram or in the chat below, or you can book my consultation call and we will definitely review your application together so that I can support you better. So that was it. I wish you all the best.
Okay, so that was it for the video. Thank you so much. In case if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I definitely will respond to your email, to your comments. And in case if you need any support in terms of applying for any of these scholarships, then book my link, which is, I'm going to leave it both in the comment section as well as in the description box below, so that way we can have a call together and I can be able to support you with your application. So that was it. I'll definitely catch you in my next one. Bye for now.